Why in the fuck is you DMing this woman that clearly has already moved on from you? I'm speaking from experience, my brother. You might as well move on, number one. Number two, you already have other options. You already have yourself established. You have much more to lose. So you have to understand, once again, that I said in the beginning, with great power comes great motherfucking responsibility, at. You are not using that responsibility wisely whatsoever. How you are not using that wisely is because why does this happen? Now, peep it, right? So, I'm at home chilling, watching Axe live, right? It's late. Let's say about maybe 11, 12 o'clock. No, maybe about 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, I want to say. Maybe a little bit later even, right? And I notice he get up and go away and walk away for a bit. And it's quiet as bitch. All of a sudden, I hear these motherfucking screams. So I'm taken back a little bit, and I look up. I'm sitting there by myself. I turn the TV up. I said, what the fuck am I hearing? And I hear these big ass curling screams. So I'm like, what's going on back there? Next thing I know, again, as you saw here, we see Act bringing his ass back and turning up the live, as he should. Because that's what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, nigga, why haven't you turned up the live yet? Why is this still going on? Is this part of the act? No, apparently not. And if it's not, they can turn the live off. So, that being said, why is this type of shit happening at your house? Again, you got all these damn cameras at that. You got all these damn cameras at that. So, here's where things get a little bit tricky. Because we're hearing these curdling screams the same evening, at the same exact evening, that this young lady said that she was raped. And that's what caused you to take your ass to the next studio. Explain yourself. They got me feeling like I'm Akademiks. Well, let you explain yourself first.
Oh, facts. Here, hopefully y'all could hear me. I'm about to look at it. I ain't even turn the lights on and shit like that. I do got lights up in here, but like I ain't about to turn it on. Care that much, or I am so scared of her telling y'all this. Here's what she's gonna tell y'all, or here's what she thinks is the thing. September of last year, okay? September, was it September of last year? Is it September or October? Or it might have been November, my bad. I don't know. September, October, November of last year. I'm telling y'all the facts. Police raided my crib. They kicked my door off. My mama was at my crib. They only kicked my door off. In reality, my mama didn't know what was going on. So they were really knocking on the door. By the way, everybody knows, especially because this is after my break-in, I had got 50 guns in my house. So really, when the police was coming, they were serving a search warrant. I'm going to tell you what it's all about. They were serving a search warrant. They know I got 50 guns. The town that I live in issued me 50 guns. I have them in my house. That's a fact. So when they're coming in, remember, they're serving a search warrant. They got in their computer system. They got 50 guns. We got to come in a little bit. They knocking on the door, whatever. My mama, who's upstairs with my dog, and then I'm downstairs, like I'm playing Fortnite, some shit. My mama don't know what's going on. They're asking her to open the door. My mama don't know. I remember the only thing my mama screamed out, she was like she called me Junior because I got my same name as my father. She said, Junior, get the gun. Because she heard the story. This is after niggas try to break in. So she's telling me, yo, baby, like, yo, I think niggas is coming again. Like, get the gun. It wasn't that. It was the cops. I'm downstairs. I always have a gun with me in my house. I don't care. I sleep with a gun under my pillow. Every time I sleep with 2 guns. Anybody know me? If y'all go to my crib, there's guns galore. Cool. I see it, and by the way, on my phone, it pops up. It pops up that the police is outside. And I see them. Because I got cameras everywhere. My mama don't know how to work the shit in my crib. Like, this is my crib, nigga. She don't know how to work it like that. So I seen it. Anyway, I put my gun away because I seen it was the police. By the time I walk upstairs, the police kicked my door down. By the way, these are expensive doors. I live in a mansion. It's a $2 million house. These doors cost me $25,000. They kicked my door down. The reason they kicked it down, when they're telling and shouting for my mom to open the door, my mama don't open the door because she's like, what the fuck is going on? Bet. They come in, tell everybody to get down. We all get down. They put us in cuffs. By the way, Cheyenne is there too. And this is what she thinks is some shit that she could hold against me. They put everybody in cuffs. I'm in cuffs. Even my mama is in cuffs. We're all sitting there. What's going on? I'm still wondering, like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, what's up with y'all? Like, what's good? Nobody tells me nothing. Anyway, they asked me if I want to go down to the station. I'm like, I really have no idea what's going on. I do go down to the station. Bro, I go down to the station and I get kind of really what they're doing. Okay? So I'm going to make a long story short, but this is the reason why my house got raided. And this is going to be a lesson to all of y'all. If y'all watch me and y'all watch me talk about all these stories, I've been trying to give y'all these insights without telling y'all that I've been through some shit. They raided my house because, so there was a woman that came to my house. That woman claimed she was sexually assaulted. Not by me, by other people. But it happened in my house. I'm going to tell you why they raided my house. Shorty, I shouldn't even tell the whole full story. Let me just tell the full story. Let me tell the full story. And I'm going to tell you exactly why the cops came. Bet. A shorty I'm dealing with, she comes over. Right? No, actually, and this is why you want to keep hearing her say, because she don't know the real story. So one day, I know I work a lot. One day I'm like, I tell my niggas, I say, yo, I want to get drunk today. And my nigga, Antonio Brown invited me to a pool party. I tell my niggas to even drive my cars. I say, yo, drive my car. I'm about to get drunk. That's how you know I'm definitely about to get drunk. Because I'm like, yo, I'm telling niggas drive my car. Anyway, I go to the party. It's like a day party type shit. Antonio Brown, we there. He performing, blah, blah, blah. I'm already drunk. There's a girl texting me that I haven't seen in a year. She said she want to come through. Cool. I said, whatever. Yo, we gonna leave the party around 8, blah, blah, blah. Blah. You can come through. I'm gonna send you a lift. I swear I got so drunk. By the time I leave the party, my niggas drove me home. Or I think we went to Wendy's and we went home. By the time I'm so fucking drunk, when I get home, I go to I walk, and I swear this is the whole story. I promise you, I can't lie. This is why I can't believe a bitch I really laid with and I really trusted. I bought everything in the fucking world would ever even try to play with me like this. Cause I've told her the story. Because low key, yes, that was me cheating on her. Like me and her fell out. She went back home and I went to a party and I hit up another bitch. Yes, the other chick came over. I'm mad drunk. Yo, I'm drunk at a party. I come home. Yo, I'm so drunk. I ain't drive my own car. I walk upstairs to where my master bedroom's at and I fall out. This is why y'all gonna see what the lesson is in this. Yo, I just pass out. I forgot I Ubered a bitch to my crib. I forgot, nigga, I'm drunk. My nigga, 4 a.m. comes. Remember, I'm at my crib at 9. 4 a.m. comes. I'm knocked out. 4 a.m. comes. My homie, I never see the girl. I never see her. My homies wake me up on some shit like, yo, Ak, we leaving. I'm like, oh shit, damn, I was fucked. Like, damn, I'm fucked up type shit. Like, yo, I've been sleeping. They're like, yo, lock the door because we're leaving. I said, damn, y'all leaving? They're leaving at like 4 or 5 a.m. I bet. I go lock the door. Then they say to me,
mistake number 1 and 2. So you got drunk at a party, let your homies drive the car back because you didn't want to be, of course, get a DUI, right? But big mistake number 1 was you went to sleep drunk with your homies in the crib, forgetting that you had asked a shorty to actually come over. Huge mistake there. Of course, it's accidental, you're drunk. You can't even remember the fact that you even paid for a lift for this woman to come over. So now you're spending money while you're drunk and you don't even know that you spent the money. We're getting real irresponsible here now. And big mistake number 2 inside of it, you fall asleep with the girl inside of your house. Or did you?
When I'm locking the door, they say, oh, by the way, that girl you invited, yo, she down there at the other end of your house in the guest bedroom. I look at them and I said, what girl I invited? They said, bro, remember you invited a girl. Nigga, I'm so confused because I was at the party with Antonio Brown, nigga. I'm macking it, nigga. Like, got all these bitches, they all on me and type shit. I'm like, please, but them bitches was ugly. No disrespect. I'm just telling you the story out with this. I'm like, no way I invited one of them girls at the party back to my crib. Them girls was bust. No way. They was like, no, nigga, remember the girl you... I said, what are you talking about? They said, yo, you know so-and-so, and they describe it. I said, oh, shit. Anyway, they leave. I walk down the hallway. Nigga, by the way, for shorty who thought she was gonna hold this against me, I'm gonna always tell the truth that I don't care what nobody says. And by the way, what I'm gonna tell y'all is something that could happen to any nigga. And by the way, y'all know what y'all gonna say to me, like I should be my homies and shit like that. I'm a sucker for that too. We gonna talk about it. Anyway, so I go down the hallway to my guest bedroom and I see the girl. And I said, oh shit. But I noticed there's a couple things. First of all, she naked. Second of all, her hair is like frizzy and shit like that. This is summertime. Like, almost like she kind of went in the pool type shit. I got a pool, like it's a big ass pool. Anyway, I'm like, yo, what's good with you? Like, I'm waking her up type shit. I'm like, yo, you sleeping? Like, what's up? Anyway, I go downstairs. She kind of realized I'm there. She wakes up, she come downstairs. She was telling me about some other shit she wanted to get me with. Like, this is before I was really on Afrobeats. Like, I don't want to dox her neither because she know what it is. She ain't never say no weird shit. This is why it's so crazy that this is the girl that I've been, and I think it's because she mad because I cheated on her type shit. it's her trying to use this against me. It's not the girl that was really in it. So anyway, that girl woke up. And by the way, you know, I hate to tell this part because it's going to make her look crazy. And this is why I refuse to give out that girl's name. Okay, so so it's the nighttime, whatever. I remember saying like, damn, what was y'all doing when I was sleeping type shit? She was like, oh shit, now we were just having fun, blah, 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 blah. Now, granted, this is a girl who I've been dealing with for a couple years. I've messed with her for years. When she came over that time, she had told me she was like a dancer, some shit like that, you know what I mean? And I remember, and I don't know if maybe my niggas took it the wrong way, because I remember she had told me, she was like, yo, the girl you used to know, like I'm on some bad girl vibes now type shit. Like basically she be like doing her thing. And I remember I told him, I'm like, yo, this is before when I was going to the party, I was like, yo, I'm about to get this girl coming over later for me. But she telling me she on some different vibes. I don't know if that's what they took, and I can't really speak to other niggas' thing. I can only speak to myself. All right, bet. Cool. We're in the morning now. We're in the morning, and once the morning happened, and I remember even that night, like that night when she woke up, I went in my backyard, and I'm like, something don't look right back here. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, what was y'all doing when I was sleeping type shit? Because I know, like, if you, nigga, I live in my crib dolo, nigga. Like, don't get no ideas, but dolo, nigga, like, nigga, I know the chair, the tan is right there. I know this is right there. And I'm like, I go in the backyard. I'm like, why this is over there? Why this is over there? This shit don't make no sense. So I asked her, and she was like, nah, we were just having fun type of shit. That's what she told me tonight. In the morning, I gotta let my dog out. So I go let Pluto out. And when I go let Pluto out, I'm now outside standing. I'm like looking around. I'm like, man, this shit don't look right. Here's the thing, I got cameras everywhere in my crib, and this is the reason why y'all gonna realize the raid. Yeah, this is the raid, the cameras, and this is like, I'm telling y'all now that I could hear the whole story. Bet. So now I'm sitting there. This is the morning. I'm looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? I know my backyard. Something ain't right. She's telling me they were just chilling, having fun, waiting for me type shit. But I'm sleeping, and I'm asleep from like 9 p.m. since I got in the crib, and they don't wake me up till 4 a.m. That's how many hours? 7 hours. Okay. Anyway, remember when she told me the night before, I'm believing it. But but in the morning, I'm looking around when I'm letting Pluto. I'm like, son, don't sound right. I go on my camera. I go to my DVR. I'm looking what's going on. Gang, this is facts, and I'm not trying to make her look crazy, and I'm not trying to put her in no type of weird position. This is just reality. Brother, this is a girl who I've been dealing with for like 2 years on and off. We were not steadily, like we were like, you know, hang out, not really hang out, not really hang out. That type of shit. You feel me? She's actually like a really good girl. Like she's a girl who kind of gives like really nice energy, like not one of them like sexy red type children. Like not to disrespect her either. When I look at my camera in the morning, gang, the shorty was getting like I don't even like. She was getting trained by my two mans, like on my pool deck the night before when I'm sleeping. I'm dead ass. This is what happened, nigga. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? Nigga, I invited you over here. I paid a lift. The lift was like $200, nigga. She lived. I don't even want to say where she lived. I'm like, what? How could you come to my joint and get trained by my mans while I'm sleeping?
Now, here's what doesn't add up to that whole thing. Of course, as you see, it's a freeze frame right here. A.c was actually live streaming. If you notice, the caption on that stream that we took, or should I say that we looked at just a second ago, it said lost stream. It was deleted. The stream that he was doing that evening was actually deleted. A.c was wide awake when this happened. That's what doesn't seem right about what A.c is talking about. Yes, he might have been drunk, but why was your cameras on live stream while this was happening? That's the true question that everyone is asking. If you were quote unquote sleep, how in the hell were your live stream cameras on?
Now, this is where I'm gonna be honest with you. Men, y'all gonna learn this lesson from me. And this is sincere. Men, I want y'all to learn this lesson from me. And I will say this, and tears might come in my eye when I say this to you. You could get penalized for being a good guy. I never knew nothing was ever going on. I was sleeping. So when I seen this shit, I'm kind of offended. I'm like, damn. When I talked to her last night, she ain't never told me. And when and this morning, I feel a certain type of way. So I go down to where I usually play Fortnite, and she come down and like she like covered up, and she was just like, yo, last night was fun. Like she was kind of like mad jovial about like what happened the night before, but I feel away because I seen it on my camera. I said, yo, you just got trained by my mans. I called you, like I sent the shit for you to come here. Why'd you? Okay, bet. I ain't say nothing to her first. We then go upstairs to my kitchen. And she's still acting like ain't nothing happened. So I'm kind of throwing little hints to that. I'm like, yo, I'm like, damn, I'm like, y'all can't believe y'all ain't wake me up type of shit last night. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? She was like, nah, we were just having fun, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm feeling disrespected because I'm like, yo, does she not know that I seen this shit? Like, bro. So I asked her one question, and this is facts, my nigga. I said, do you know, I said, everything you did last night, right? I said, you wanted to do, right? Because, you know, just off like, because she's acting like nothing happened. And I'm like, everything you wanted to do, right? And she said to me, yeah, I had fun. Everything was cool. I'm a little tight. And by the way, some of y'all gonna hear the story and be like, Ak, you caused this on yourself, because maybe y'all can say tender dick or whatever, because I could just said nothing and I would have never been in these problems. Because sometimes when a girl is intoxicated or whatever she is, bro, sometimes it's you shaming her that causes her to do some shit, nigga. So she's like, nah, everything is cool. But I'm feeling no way because I'm like, really came to my crib and just fuck my niggas and really think I don't know type shit. Like, so I said, damn. I said, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm like, yo, y'all made a motion video last night, man. In reality, I said, y'all got a whole video of whatever happened. And she was like, what are you talking about? I still think she playing dumb. I'm like, I said, bruh, you know, it's all good. I ain't even tripping. I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure, yo, you good, whatever you did last night. And, you know, I ain't think you was that type of girl, but fuck it. It's cool. She was like, why are you acting like that? Because now I'm acting distant. She's like, yo, why are you acting like that? I'm like, I'm getting mad now because now I'm thinking like, yo, you're playing with me. You're acting like I don't know. You're acting like, bro, this is my house. I tell everybody when they come to my house. Every video, every audio is recorded. Nigga, I got more cameras in my house than the motherfucking casino, bro. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I tell him like, yo, really? I'm like, yo, it's cool, bro. Like, I see you fuck my niggas type shit. She said, nah, I never fucked your niggas. Really? Bro, you did. No, I didn't. She was like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I probably got naked and like twerk for them, but I ain't never fuck them. Already I'm thinking like, I know you lying now because you're admitting to get, first of all, why would you even get naked for my niggas? If you came for me, you.
And that was another question I asked. I might have gotten naked and twerk for them. See, there's a couple of things that there's a few loose holes in these stories here. Number one, of course, we already identified the fact that Ak was definitely awake when all this was happening. Ak was also fully clothed. Now, of course, you can be drunk and pass out in your clothes and whatnot, but it looked like I said, Ak was very much fully clothed when this was going on. Second thing is, he clearly didn't, you know, if the screams happened while he was on stream, number one, and the screams happened way before he woke up, how is it that she supposedly woke up and didn't remember anything happening when, even if she woke up to start screaming, when did those screams happen? That is the real question. If she is the real woman that was behind those screams, when did those screams actually happen in between Ak supposedly being asleep and the train happening? That is what we need to get to the bottom of.
No, them niggas, whatever, cool. I bet. So I show her, I'm like, yo, bro, you don't gotta lie to me. It's cool. Like, I get it. Like, this is the first time I seen her like in a year. I said, you don't gotta even lie to me. Nigga, I show her on my phone. I said, bro, look, right here. She got another excuse. She said, oh, nah. So it was a video of her naked in my pool, bent over by the deck, and then one of my niggas got his dick out. Like, pause, I'm sorry, I've got to give you all the details, but I keep telling you, somebody can't ever put dirt on my name without me telling the truth. So I said, bro, like, look at this right here. She was like, like, at first, she was like, Yeah, he might have took his dick out. Like, I think he rubbed his dick on my pussy, but I'm like, yo, bro, you really lying to me right now. So I ain't even gonna hold you. Nigga, I scrolled in the video. Nigga, I got the video in my shit. I scrolled in. I said, bro, here's a video of him fucking you. Then I scrolled again. I said, here's a video of him fucking you and you sucking off my other man's. Oh, what? What? Now the story's changed. The story now becomes, what? Oh, I didn't know that. When she apologetic, she's like, yo, you gotta believe me. Like, yo, I would have never did that. Like, yo, shit, I'm so sorry. I would have never disrespected you like that. Like, yo, I came here for you, this, that, and third. Anyway, my mama had to come that day, like on some real shit. I ain't even bullshit. My mama was coming to my crib. So it's not only like, usually when that girl comes to my crib, she stays a couple days. Like, I ain't even bullshit. She usually come stay a couple days, bring clothes. But my mama was coming that day, so it wasn't because I was salty. And, you know, if y'all don't believe that, y'all believe that, but that's really what it was. So I told her, I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, yo, you gotta go, yo. So she's looking at me like, damn. And she said this, she said, damn, yo, you mad cold with me right now. She's like, usually you get me breakfast and shit. Like, why you so cold? And I'm like, nah, my mama coming here like, yo, you gotta go. Bro, she's automatically like looking at me like, oh shit. Oh, you really thinking? So she's apologizing like, yo, believe me, I'm not that type of girl, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and we're gonna get to the raid. I call her a car, she leaves. She calls me in the car. She says, yo, I'm sorry, I don't want you ever think I'm that type of girl. I came there to hang out with you. Like, and she even said this verbatim. Why would I come there and fuck your friends and not you? Like, why would I come there and fuck them instead of fucking you? Like, come on, like, does it make sense? Like, now, this is her apologizing. Cool. When she gets home, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is I honestly, to this day, I still think I fucked up by doing this. Because I'm shaming her now. I'm shaming her. I said to her, yo, I'm gonna keep it a being with you, bro. And you came to my house and had two niggas just fuck you raw. I ain't seen no condom, no none. I told her, I said, yo, you should go get tested, man. Like, you done, I said, that's wild, yo, you should go get tested, bro. And from that moment, she started like, because the denial shifted and she kept like trying to like pivot on the denial to, yo, nah, send me the video. Yo, I'm pretty sure I didn't fuck him. And I'm like, bro, you fucked him. And she was like, no, look again. And now I'm getting super tight because I'm like, bro, I'm not about to watch this video of you getting fucked, my nigga. Like, it's on my surveillance. Like, bro, like, I was fucking with you. Like, what? You want me to watch the video of you getting fucked? Cool. She keeps saying that, whatever. She then tells me, by the way, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm gonna keep it a being about everything. My homies did not tell me they fucked her. At that point, I only seen on my security cam. My homies did not tell. Remember, they woke me up that night. Yo, let us out. Let us out the crib, or lock the crib. They did not tell me they fucked the bitch that came for me. They never told me that. You know when that conversation happened, Shorty now says to me, yo, I'm gonna keep it a being with you. Like, I really don't believe I would really do that. I'm not that type of person. Yo, you're right. I should go get tested. Remember, I told her to get tested, right? I think, and that's why I said, like, maybe I fucked up by like, cause now I'm making her seem nasty, right? Like, yo, go get tested. What the fuck? She said, yeah, I'm gonna get tested, and yo, you know, I'm gonna get a rape kit. I tell her, I'm like, nigga, I'm like, yo, get a rape kit. Like, so good. Like, yo, whatever. I said, whatever you got going. But she keep asking me, like, yo, are you sure what happened after this? How did both of the guys get there instead of one? Because I remember talking to him, but I remember the other guy. And I'm like, bro, I'm not watching this. So now I'm getting defense. I ain't watching that shit no more, gang. I'm not watching this shit. Okay. That's the last time I talked to her. The next time I talked to her, she asked me one random day, like 3 days later, yo, could I get your friends' names and numbers? Bro, you still trying to, like, I say, yo, you fucked them. You can't get their name and number? Why the fuck you need me to get their name and number? I don't know. Like, come on, bro. Why you keep asking about niggas you don't fuck? Yo, could I get their names and numbers? Bruh. I say, you know, because she keep wanting to say, I want to know exactly what happened. Do you sure nobody used the condom? I said, bruh, from the video I ain't seen them niggas use the condom type shit. By the way, here's the thing, and for the guys who's watching, this is what being a good guy gets you. Because I could have acted like nothing happened. I could have just chalked it to the game, which I probably should have, and be like, that's a girl. You know how girls are. Yo, I've thought about this a million times. I really think that me making her feel some shame made all this happen.
So what's not adding up here now is the fact that he's making it seem like this is a couple of days after this incident and not the same exact night. As you heard him say in the very beginning, he sped over as soon as this incident happened. As soon as the screaming was heard at that. So what is actually the truth here? It sounds like there are some things that are true with Ak is saying, but like I said, there are some things here that don't necessarily sound too truthful. We already established the fact that it seems that he was definitely up during this time if the live stream cameras were on and he had to walk in to turn them off. It clearly shows that he was in there and up before these screams happened. So he definitely was awake. The other thing to note with that is that, again, he's making it seem like it's a couple of days later. Because he mentions that she's now asking for the names of the people and the numbers of the people. Now, of course, that just sounds like you're building a case if you're asking for that information. But again, this is all the same night that he's actually rushed from the studio, or should I say his house, to this particular studio. So it doesn't make sense that he says that it's a couple of days now and she asks randomly for that information.
Because the day after, when she walked up to me, she said she had fun. And I'm the one feeling the way like, bro, you had fun fucking other niggas, bro? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Being a good guy, cut that shit out, man. Don't help no, like, bro, if it don't got to do with you, man, let everybody get out of the mud. Fuck that shit. So anyway, she keep asking, she say, yo, I want to see the video. I keep telling her, I'm not going to keep watching a video where you're fucking my friends. You were supposed to be fucking with me. Okay. She asked me for my friends' names or whatever. I said, yo, you know what? I'm going to give you my man's number. I said, whatever you want to know about that night, he fucked you, you go talk to him. Y'all go talk, okay? All right. When I get home, I was coming from my studio, and when I get home, 20 minutes after I get home, that's when the raid happens. My mama's screaming. She's saying, get the gun. I'm looking on my shit. I could see it's police. I put my gun away. I locked the other way, guns away. They put me, my mom, Cheyenne in cuffs. They bring me down to the station. I don't know, at this point, I don't know what it's about. They're asking me about the situation. Yo, what's whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you why they did the raid and why they did the search warrant on my crib. And this is another thing. Yo, after that, bruh, like even to this day, right now, I pay $4,000 for an apartment I don't go to. I got an apartment right now I do not go to because I refuse to bring people back to my crib. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why they did that search warrant, the reason why they kicked the door off they kicked my door off. Well, obviously my mom didn't open the door. It was just did what they had to do. But they kicked it off because they felt like my mom, like is stalling or some shit. The reason why they did that is because Shorty went to the cops and the cops reading and listening to her side of the story, they're saying, oh yeah, Shorty got R-worded. Akademiks got the tape. It's at his house, but he don't want to give up the tape. So that's their whole mentality. Ak don't want to give up the tape. Everything is on my house is documented on tape. So they kicked my door off, took all my cell phones, took my DVR, and then they bring it down to the station. Also, here's the thing. Everybody knows me in my like where I'm from. I'm like the popular nigga in my town. So now they bring it down there. Nigga, they even called me. I said, because at first I was so bewildered. I didn't even know what was going on. By the way, I get and I'll tell you the truth. This is facts. My nigga, I'm a rich nigga, expensive nigga. My nigga, I spent $100,000. I got a $100,000 retainer on a lawyer, and I never got charged with nothing. But they serve a search warrant on my crib. So they serve a search warrant and they interrogated me. So I got the best lawyer known to man. I get that lawyer. We're trying to figure out what's going on. They're like, oh, we're investigating this sexual assault, alleged sexual assault. Long story short, and this is why Shorty, who thinks she got something over my head, bro, it's clear as day on tape. You feel me? Matter of fact, I still think the county got my DVR because I just got a new DVR. By the way, they sent me all type of shit like, yo, act you good, like nothing with you, like you're straight. And here's the thing, my friends who's on the tape fucking the girl, they didn't get charged. It was like, yo, hey, listen, there isn't enough evidence that showcased that you didn't want to fuck them.
Until a couple of days ago, of course. So, with all those being said, all those loopholes being said in the story, we would then have Miss Zaya going live herself.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not going to stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, Akademiks. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought, like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. You raped me too, and a rape kit was done. You know what? I'm gonna come back with my own story. This what you wanted, you're about to get it. I've been quiet for way too long.
So, judging from what she says, it sounds like to me, Akademiks could have possibly, while this was happening, could have went in, interrupted what was going on and what he saw on the cameras. And when he got there and was on top of her, she might have, woken up and started to scream. Which would make it look like, he was part of this supposed Bill Cosby raping. That's what it starts to sound like to me. Because, remember, Akademiks keep saying that she was saying that she didn't remember anything that was going on. That's why she's taking the rape kit test, trying to figure that out. Of course, trying to get the names and contacts of the gentlemen, because of course she didn't even know their names. That was the weird part. She had just met them that night and didn't even know who they were. And of course this happens. You get too drunk and then you don't know what's going on. That's the real part. How did it get to the part where you don't know what's even going on anymore? Where do you, Messiah, lose your actual recollection of things? Well, I needed to also ask myself this, of course. Remember we asked, why is it the fact that she said, oh, wow, maybe I got up and twerked for one of them. I remember getting undressed and twerking for maybe one of them. And, I don't remember that. Well, I wonder, does she remember this, though?
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful.
This is that. Now I'll turn the music off, but as you can see what Zai's doing. Some people thought this was Cheyenne. That's not Jay. Just twerking away, just twerking away, just twerking away. Right? But let's also look at this. Let's look at Miss Zaya Abashi's Instagram. And this is why this is called, a judgment of character, if you will. First picture. Now, of course, I'm not going to say it here. I'm going to be very respectful. But when I see an Instagram like this, I would like for my women that follow the channel to, help me out and make their own, as you say, judgments of character. I'm not going to say it. But clearly, there are some things that you can notice. There are things that will make you say, well, maybe I can kind of understand how maybe it might have happened. Especially when we're talking about, the type of female that did say, quote unquote, she doesn't remember if she got up and twerked for one of them or not. But again, I want you to also notice the biggest thing about this. Let's also look at the age real quick. I think it showed me that. You know what? I wonder if it's in the court documents. Because that's actually what we have to get into next. So let's do that instead. Because she is another young buck as well. No signs of intelligent life at all. I kind of agree sometimes. But, you know what? Now that we have heard, both parties, seen and identified some things as well with certain people, why don't we pull up those court documents, shall we? I think it's time. I think it's time. Let me just get myself out of here. Matter of fact. And I guess maybe we should zoom in just a little bit. Just for those that may or may not be able to see. Oh, no, yes, we can't. Alright, screw it. Oh, there we go. That helps some of y'all out there. Alright. So, we're going to do this similar to how we did at the Cassie case. Of course, we don't have to read the entire 32 pages, but we will read a good 95% of that. Starting with the biggest thing to note, Tyrone A. Blackburn, of course. Now, Tisa Tales has been covering some of this already, but for those that don't know, Tyrone Blackburn is the same lawyer that is representing Cassie, as well as the other Jane Does of the Diddy case, as well as he is representing King Combs' defendant as well. So, Tyrone Blackburn has been catching sexual assault cases left and right for different celebrities, if you haven't noticed. That's just his thing. He catches a lot of these celebrities doing foul things to people, and he is right there when the call is made for him. So it says, Fazia Abashi, plaintiff, against Livingston Allen, in individuals John Doe 1 through 10, and Jane Doe's 1 through 10, as well as ABC corporations. Now, what does this mean? When you put in ABC corporations as well, things are also starting to get tricky, for the simple fact that This is why Academics could also lose him being able to live stream. Because him even being mentioned in these accusations, and then God forbid that he gets said to be guilty, he would not be able to live stream again whatsoever. Because the networks are not going to take that at all. So, let's just say the sponsors are not going to take him at all anymore. Introduction. So, on or about July 16th, 2022, why does that keep starting? Why is everything happening in July? So, defendant Allen contacted Ms. Abashi and invited her to come to his house and visit him in New Jersey. Okay, so that part we do know is for sure. Even though it had been almost a year since they last saw each other, Miss Abashi did not suspect any ill intentions and agreed. She was accustomed to visiting Mr. Allen at his home in New Jersey, and Mr. Allen would send a car to pick her up. Miss Abashi lives in Pennsylvania. On the day of the incident, when Miss Abashi arrived to enjoy her evening, little did she know that defendant Livingston Allen and his two accomplices, John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, would drug and rape her. Oh boy. The morning after the incident, Miss Abashi was unaware of what happened. She only became aware after Mr. Allen showed her surveillance footage of her being sexually assaulted by John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 on the pool deck. Miss Abashi was in shock and fearful after the reality of what had occurred set in. Now, what do we know about this so far? Well, certain things are true, that the gangbang did happen on the pool deck. Those were both things that both parties have confirmed already, right? Second thing was, we also confirmed the fact that she doesn't remember anything. Both parties have confirmed that part. That she was asked even, okay, does she remember anything? And she clearly kept saying, no, I don't remember any of this. I just don't. In the aftermath, Abashi reported Mr. Allen and the accomplices' actions to the police, and a rape kit was performed, evidencing that Ms. Abashi had been sexually assaulted. Since reporting the horrific rapes, Ms. Abashi chose silence and remained silent until on or about December 30th, 2023. Mr. Allen took to social media and defamed Miss Abashi. Mr. Allen accused Miss Abashi of voluntarily having an orgy with his friends at his home while maintaining that he never participated in it at all. This led to a spew of public slander to This led to a spew of public slander as Mr. Allen's account of what happened spread like wildfire on multiple media outlets. As detailed below, Mr. Allen made several public statements defaming Miss Abashi surrounding the events of her assault. She was filled with anger, and all the suppressed painful memories of that horrific night resurfaced. In her state of anger, Ms. Abashi released a video addressing Mr. Allen's involvement in her sexual assault. When Ms. Abashi's account was published, Mr. Allen lashed out with false statements. Mr. Allen denied involvement, even though upon information and belief, Mr. Allen's spermicide was discovered on the rape kit. So definitely was DNA on the kit as well, which probably damaged Ms. Abashi's reputation even further. So, Mr. Allen and his two accomplices sexual assault severely injured Ms. Abashi, causing significant physical and psychological pain and suffering, loss of dignity, and invasion of her privacy. Mr. Allen's public statements added to the harm Ms. Abashi was already silently suffering with. Okay? So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty of things. Because like I said, something just isn't adding up here. Both people saying that, they don't remember anything. And the pool deck. But no one has the names of these people either. And now you have to ask yourself, why wasn't ACT called as well to even get the names of these people? Alright then. So let's move along. Defendant Allen is a social media antagonist and and commentator, primarily known for his presence on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. Allen is currently a resident, and you know what? We pretty much know this part already. We pretty much know him. Okay, so let's go down to this is what I mean by we need to just go down to the rest of it. So I wanted to read into. Now, granted, this girl's okay. All right, so let's go down to where Ack, and this is of course where Ack is. This note, this right here. To now grant this girl who I've been dealing with for a couple of years, I've messed with her. This is all part of the video that we just watched. So that's why I'm also skipping ahead, because this is literally everything that he said. She told me she on some different type of vibes. I don't know if that's what my guys took for and really can't speak for other niggas thing. So once again, this is part of the video that we just watched here. Okay, so this is also taking account of what she described that evening as well. So let's go from here at the factual background, and let's start where she actually remembers things occurring. So, according to Ms. Abashi, she met Mr. Allen online via social media on or about 2021. She began casually dating him, and he periodically invited her to his Jersey home. At this time, Ms. Abashi had lived in Pennsylvania. So, was pretty far away. That's pretty damn far. I'm just saying. And he lives in Jersey. That's the crazy part. And he got her a lift all the way from Pennsylvania to Jersey. Yeah, that is gonna run you a pretty penny, about $200. As previously stated, on July 16th, Mr. Allen contacted Ms. Abashi and invited her to visit the home in New Jersey. Okay, so did not suspect any intentions, even though it had almost a year. So let's get down to where she arrives there. Before her arrival, Mr. Allen had noticed that the friends John Doe had, that a woman would be coming over. So so she was told that Che was actually coming over also, because that was another key point in the story that Ack was talking about. That Che had actually came over right after that, and they had gotten to a spat as well. So the screams weren't from Che. The screams were definitely from Zaya Abashi. They were not coming from Che. Both people have already confirmed that part, and all three have confirmed that part. That those screams were not from Che, and they were definitely from Miss Abashi as well. Okay, so she was told that someone was coming over, that another woman was coming over. A different type of vibes is an indication that Miss Abashi would be coming over to engage in sexual activity. Okay. That's kind of weird. That's in there as well. According to a post on the social media, Mr. Allen admitted to telling John Doe and stated, "Now, granted, this is a girl who I've been dealing with for a couple of years. I've messed with her." Okay, so they took about the video part right there. Now they're using that trying to. Okay, so Tyrone basically is insinuating that, because how he has that part worded right there, if you notice, before her arrival, Mr. Allen had notified his friends, the John Doe 1 and 2, that a woman would be coming over, and she was on a different type of vibes. And then he tries to put a definition in there saying a different type of vibes is an indication that Mrs. Abashi would be coming over to engage in sexual activity. That's not the case. That's not necessarily the case, and that's crazy that he's actually trying to insinuate that the people even thought that, without even confirming their names or their type of character or the type of person. That you're just insinuating that they thought that the different type of vibes meant that she was going to engage in sexual activity. Just think about that right there. That could also be that's applause for countersuit when you're saying things like that as well. When Miss Abashi arrived at Mr. Allen's home, everything seemed normal apart from the neighborhood power outage. Khalif, a friend of Mr. Allen, greeted her. Miss Abashi was taken aback by Mr. Allen. Did not tell her anyone else would be at this home. Upon her arrival, she did not suspect anything suspicious, so she entered the home. John Doe 1 invited Miss Abashi into the kitchen and introduced her to John Doe 2, Slime, another of Mr. Allen's friends. Okay, so we have Khalif and we have Slime here. Due to the power outage, the three of them sat in the kitchen together. Mizubashi engaged in a small talk with them while patiently waiting for Mr. Allen to appear. Mizubashi recalls John 1 being relatively talkative, while John Doe 2 was oddly quiet. Mizubashi was initially offered a drink, but she refused and opted to make her own drink, as she was accustomed to when she had visited the house before. John Doe 1 insisted that they prepare Mizubashi's drink. Unbeknownst to Mizubashi, John Doe 1 was Mr. Allen's manager or employee, and he asserted his position by telling Mizubashi that he was in charge until Mr. Allen arrived. As odd as this encounter was, Mizubashi obliged and allowed John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 to fix her the drink. As the trio conversed, Mizubashi asked for Mr. Allen and was told to hold on. John Doe 1 then left the kitchen and found Mr. Allen, and when he came back, he said that Mr. Allen would join them shortly. So already someone is already doing something that they shouldn't be doing. This is why it's good to have not just John John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, because what if this John Doe tries to just break away? You know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit harder to find him now. Just saying. Okay, where were we here? Oh, shortly after John Doe 1 appeared from inside the house and proceeded to join her in the hot tub. Okay, here we go. Here we get into the nitty gritty now. Okay, so. Okay. Mr. Allen herself, because, Admittedly, Miss Abashi recalls having an eerie feeling, but she ignored it because she did not believe Mr. Allen, whom she had known for nearly 2 years, would harm her or allow her to be harmed. She dismissed these feelings as nerves and waited for Mr. Allen to arrive. Shortly after the power had returned, John Doe 1 asked if Miss Abashi wanted to use the hot tub or the pool and wait for Mr. Allen there. So that right there also sounds like, okay, I've given her the drink. Let me see if she's in some type of mood. Let me just put the hot tub on and get her over there. That's what that sounds like to me. Miss Abashi said she'd be okay with the hot tub. Again, Miss Abashi did not suspect anything, as she was accustomed to using the hot tub and pool when she previously visited Mr. Allen's home. She was also under the impression that John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 would leave after putting the hot tub on, as their actions and gestures made it appear that they were heading out. See, I can understand how that looks too. Okay. So basically, it sounds like they give that. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. They've given her the drink. Now they're encouraging her to go to the hot tub. And of course, she's thinking that she's just going to go to the hot tub waiting on Akademiks, when in fact, she's just going to the hot tub to relax and still chill with the two dudes that she still doesn't even know. Let's also note that. So, when she enters the hot tub alone, shortly after, John Doe 1 appeared from inside the house and proceeded to join her in the hot tub. Shortly after that, John Doe 2 also appeared with a bottle of alcohol and began forcing her to take shots of the alcohol. See, that part right there is a lie. You don't force anyone to take the shots just because he's a manager. She has every right to say no if she is grown. Let's be honest here. Of course, you don't want to lose the lifestyle that you might be living, but let's be honest here. This is a girl that he saw just about a year ago and hasn't really been doing anything. As Ak also said, he doesn't even remember getting her over there. She actually messaged him, not the other way around. So it's just different. It's different holes in this story, and Tyrone doesn't make it necessarily better when he's saying things like they're forcing her to take the shots, when it could make it sound like they're just, got her hands tied behind her back and just throwing the alcohol down her throat. That's not necessarily happening. Of course, she's probably getting past shots and she's just taking them, and these guys already know her history of things, so on and so forth. According to Miss Abashi, she vaguely remembers John Doe 2 nervously pacing around the pool area. Eventually, Miss Abashi recalls beginning to feel strange. It was not simply a feeling of intoxication, as Mr. Bashi had only half of the first drink and a few sips of the new drink that John Doe 1 had provided her, and has entered the hot tub. Ms. Bashi began feeling extremely hot, as if her body was on fire. She felt extremely lightheaded and dizzy. Upon noticing this, John Doe 2 asked her if she was lit, and then returned to the kitchen. He then returned with more alcohol, which they insisted she drank. They even went so far as to pour the alcohol into Ms. Abashi's mouth forcibly. Now, see, I don't know about that part. Because if you're doing that, where now is the part where you're screaming? That's what I want to know. How are they actually forcing you to drink this alcohol now? That is my question to you. Are they holding your arms behind your back, or do they have them tied, or is someone just holding your jaw open and just pouring the alcohol down? Like, that doesn't sound right to me. I'm just saying. According to Sabashi, she recalls John Doe 1 becoming very handsy and aggressively made sexual advances toward her, which she rejected. Upon information and belief, John Doe 2 was on the sidelines watching while all of this was happening. According to Mr. Bashi, John Doe 1 would not take no for an answer and began groping her. He eventually picked her up and tossed her into the pool adjacent to the hot tub. According to Mr. Bashi, she was disorientated, had trouble breathing, and struggled to get out of the pool for fear of drowning. Okay. So, as she attempted to crawl out of the pool while still disorientated and struggling to breathe, John Doe 1 attacked her. Oh, see, this is where the sexual assault part came from. Now, I don't know necessarily what he means by the attack part, because he's not really being clear here. He forcibly removed her underwear, opened her legs, and began penetrating her vagina with his erect penis. Now, see, this is what doesn't make sense here. Says that she's disoriented, had trouble breathing, struggled to get out the pool, had a fear of drowning. Says she got out of the pool while still disoriented, struggling to breathe. And she said that someone basically helped her out of the pool, grabbed her, and just started fucking her. Something doesn't seem right there. That part doesn't seem right at all, that they just grabbed her out of the pool as she's trying to get out of the pool and just started hitting it. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm just saying there. That part doesn't necessarily make sense. Here's where it doesn't make sense. If a person is disoriented, right, and they're thrown into a pool, doesn't the pool water and being thrown into the pool put you in more of a state of shock and awareness? I don't know about you, but even if I'm in my drunkest state, someone throwing me or pushing me in the pool is probably gonna wake me up more than put me more disoriented. Let's start there, okay? Miss Abashi did not consent. Okay, in fact, due to the alcohol and whatever substance was placed in the alcohol, see, now they're insinuating that someone slipped something in her drink. Okay, she was not in the right mindset to consent to any of the sexual acts that were being performed on her by John Doe 1. Ms. Abashi has memories of fighting off her attackers, but feeling extremely weak. So you were in a surprise shadow boxing match with these people that just grabbed you out the pool and started hitting it, right? Okay. As John Doe 1 assaulted her, Mizubashi would later learn that John Doe 2 watched from the side and undressed in the bushes nearby already. So Mizubashi would later learn that as she laid lifeless on the concrete, John Doe 1 was standing in the pool while shifting her lifeless body back and forth on the concrete. Kind of crazy. John Doe 2 was undressing in the bushes and would soon ambush Ms. Abashi. The two men then proceeded to rape Ms. Abashi simultaneously. Okay. And upon information, this was witnessed by the police and with the surveillance that Ak also talked about as well. So that is basically what happened to her that evening. She thinks someone slipped something in her drink. read this. Okay. This is where things get a little bit too wicked right here. Also, so according to Miss Abashi, she recalls being awakened naked in the bed in what she believed was Mr. Allen's bedroom. She believes this was around 4 a.m. Okay, so remember he mentioned around the 4 a.m. part as well. She was awoken by Mr. Allen savagely pulling her hair, prying open her legs, and brutally raping her. He even has a typo at the raping part. So, from what it sounded like, or should I say, from what we saw in the video, there were already screams going on. So clearly she wasn't asleep at this time, or passed out, I should say. So now that makes you wonder here. That truly makes you wonder here. When did she actually lose consciousness? If she remembers everything happening, when did she actually lose consciousness to not remember anything happening? I'm just saying. So here's another tricky part. According to Miss Abashi, lying on the concrete was the last memory she had of the part of the attack. She recalls going in and out of consciousness and does not recall ever entering the home. So if you don't recall entering the home, how did you remember that there was an outage beforehand? Okay. Okay. So she believes this is around 4 a.m. Of course, this is what Ack had mentioned before. And she was awoken by him being on top of her, of course, saying that she raped. According to Miss Abashi, Mr. Allen was relentless. He tried to penetrate her anally and was frustrated because she kept squirming and moving due to the pain. As a result, Mr. Allen proceeded to rape her vaginally, excuse me. Upon information and belief, Mr. Allen was not using protection when he anally, and vaginally raped Ms. Abashi, as evidenced by the purported discovery of his spermicide on the rape kit. So, okay, so that also confirms that he had spermicide that's on the rape kit as well, which was performed on Ms. Abashi a few hours after he raped her. Ms. Abashi recalls begging Mr. Allen to stop raping her. She recalls her voice was faint as she continued to drift in and out of consciousness. Ms. Abashi remembers crying for most of this assault, but losing her ability to move physically. Ms. Abashi eventually gave up, fighting in hopes that Mr. Allen would finish quickly. Ms. Abashi recalls Mr. Allen saying, "Open your mouth," as he pulled her hair. He said, "Open your mouth. I want to come in your mouth." This was her last memory of the attack. According to Miss Abashi, she woke up confused the following morning, and she searched for Mr. Allen. According to Mr. Abashi, she looked around the house and found him in the basement on the computer, of course. According to Miss Abashi, she sat on the floor next to him, and he asked her if she knew that his friends ran a train on her. She sat on the floor next to him, and he asked her if she knew that his friends ran a train on her. Okay. All right. And this is another part where he also explained in the video. So you don't remember this? Miss Abashi was still in disbelief. She had zero recollection of ever being in that room that prior night. So here's another thing. She doesn't remember waking up in the guest room, and she thought it was Akademiks' bedroom. If you don't remember so much, how do you remember being on the pool deck and the hot tub and everything? Like I said, certain things just aren't adding up here. According to Miss Abashi, it appeared that John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 raped her by the pool. The pair had taken her into another room in the house and continued to rape her brutally. Okay, so this is how apparently she got inside of the house. They got her in the house while they were still doing this. And apparently Ack maybe either got off stream or woke up to all this happening when they got her in the house. Mr. Allen then handed her the can of vomit and asked her to throw it away. Not sure where that can of vomit even came from. Ms. Abashi then asked for her phone, and Mr. Allen went to retrieve it. He continued telling her that everything was all right if she was okay. At this point, she was still in disbelief and asked for proof of what occurred. According to Ms. Abashi, Mr. Allen showed her surveillance footage of John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, John Doe 1 raping her briefly and skipped through the video. According to Ms. Abashi, as she watched the video, she looked like she was just lying there lifeless, which did not sit right with her. According to Ms. Abashi, Mr. Allen then assured her that everything was okay, and as he spoke, he noticed Ms. Abashi's demeanor had begun to change. Mr. Allen then hastily told her that his mother was on the way and would be there shortly, and proceeded to order her the lift back to Pennsylvania. According to Ms. Abashi, Mr. Allen asked her where her clothes was. She responded that she had it. He stood there with a suspicious look in his face. Ms. Abashi later learned from the police that Mr. Allen disposed of several items, such as the bed sheets, etc., at this dumpster near his office. Presumably, Mr. Allen was attempting to destroy the evidence of Ms. Abashi's rape as well. So Ms. Abashi began feeling uneasy. She felt that Mr. Allen was attempting to take her clothes for some reason, presumably to hide whatever evidence she may have of what happened to her that night before. As these thoughts ran through her mind, so as not to alarm Mr. Allen, Ms. Abashi remained composed as she awaited for the lift to arrive. Ms. Abashi said that bye to Mr. Allen and left his home. According to Ms. Abashi, she called Mr. Allen while in the lift, asking for more questions. He began to blame her and ridicule her. She still trying to get answers, of course. She pleaded with him in apologizing for what occurred, as she was desperate to learn of the series of events that led to Mr. Allen and company's attack on her. Of the accomplices, attack on her. According to Ms. Abashi, she asked Mr. Allen, well, you said that it was both of them, but you only showed me one. Can you please send me the proof of this? To which Mr. Allen sent a screenshot of the attack on Ms. Abashi, laid out on the concrete in front of the pool, with John Doe 1 between her legs and John Doe 2 sitting on top of her face, presumably with his penis and testicles in her mouth. This was terrifying to her, as she knew within herself that she would never consent to any of this, even though she had been previously intimate with Mr. Allen in the years past. It was never a threesome or anything of that one-on-one consensual sex, other than one-on-one consensual sex, as she arrived home where she felt safest, the reality of what happened began to set in. Ms. Abashi also began feeling intense vaginal and anal pain. She contacted Mr. Allen again, saying she was hurt and wanted to see someone. Ms. Abashi felt destroyed, but also was afraid and wanted to know if there would be repercussions from Mr. Allen if she were to seek help. She asked him for the complete footage, and Mr. Allen refused. He suggested she get tested for sexually transmitted diseases and said he would do the same. So he did mention that part as well, that he told her to also get checked out. This was an statement, as it was proof that Mr. Allen, who had not slept with Ms. Abashi for over a year, engaged in unprotected sexual intercourse with Ms. Abashi. So still fearful, Ms. Abashi contacted her immigration lawyer, who decided her to contact the police regardless of the outcome. Ms. Abashi called the police and reported an incident of social assault. They told her that due to the seriousness of such matter, she needed to appear in person to speak with them. Of course, in that she should also visit a local hospital for a sane test rape kit. She went to the hospital, Penn State Health, of course, St. Joseph, where the same test was performed, and the police actually was called Ms. Abashi to schedule a meeting, of course. According to Ms. Abashi, during the meeting with the police, a statement was taken, photographs of her business and scars were taken, and the other officers asked her to participate in a recorded wire call with Mr. Allen. So basically, she's also wiretapped as well now. According to Ms. Abashi, during the recorded wire call, the police wrote down a list of questions for Ms. Abashi to ask her. says Ms. Abashi remembers asking Mr. Allen to describe how she looked when he saw her in bed. He answered, "You looked like you were in the pool." Interesting. Okay, according to Ms. Abashi on this call, Mr. Allen graphically recounts and admits to having sexual intercourse with Ms. Abashi, even going as far as to describe her vagina as being loose. When we saw in the club, I don't know. Stating, "I know what your pussy feels like. That shit felt loose." Based on information and belief, this evidence was used to obtain a warrant for the footage, the secured footage, and the other evidence. According to Ms. Abashi, the results of the same test produced evidence that Ms. Abashi had been sexually assaulted. In addition to the rape kit, Ms. Abashi had images of bruises on her arm, back, buttocks, and legs that are evidence of the struggle she endured and the sheer brutality of the attack. At the time of her attack, Ms. Abashi, who was 5'5" and weighed less than 115 pounds, the attackers were approximately 5'10". Not that much of a height difference. As detailed earlier, Ms. Abashi was sexually assaulted on a concrete pool deck. As evidenced by the photo below, Ms. Abashi was lying limp and lifeless, while John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 proceeded to be a full-time pick. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Proceeded to pull her back and forth on the concrete, causing those scars. And of course, I can't show that, but I can show the scars down here, which of course I might have to edit that out, which YouTube probably won't give me because I skipped past it. But anyway, these are the scars that were on her, of course. So you see her back, of course, where she was rubbing back and forth in the concrete, and you see her elbows and things like that, which of course that can happen if you're, of course, the intercourse in the position that Akademiks described, as well as here, her laying on her back, a guy, I guess, on mounting her face, and another guy mounting, the vaginal area. That can definitely happen, of course. Now, of course, they go more into what Axe said in the actual video here. But now they show the text messages. It says, "I'm going to get tested this week. I think you should too, to make sure you're good. Yes, I'm going now. I'm hurt really bad. It's unlike me to do this, and I don't even know the other guy's name, so I was just laying there. You called? I'm considering going in for a rape testing kit for us to figure this out. Because it bits in pieces, I remember, and I'm still not okay. I mean, not sure what you want me to say. That's why I asked you." Says, "I mean, not sure what you want me to say. That's why I asked you while you were here if everything you did while I was sleeping you were okay with doing, and you said yeah. So I don't know. So maybe he was. Okay, so that's why I asked you while you were here if everything you did while I was sleeping you were okay." Okay, she's talking about her suit. Okay, so I was passed out for most of it, but I'd wake up now, and then also I was in shock. I got most of the information from you. Before then, I never met the other guy, so he just took the opportunity, I guess. Oh. That's why I told you I don't judge, just trying to make sure you made the choice to do whatever you wanted to do. Always with you, but not this time around. I blacked out. I remember you waking me up during the night. They said you were trying to call and bring your friend to join in. Unbelievable. So remember, these are the text messages. These are the texts between these two. So she doesn't remember anything. It says up here up top, "That's why I asked you while you were here if everything you did while I was sleeping you were okay with doing, and you said yeah, so I don't know." So basically, Ack was asking her, does she remember everything, or does she remember anything at all while he was sleeping? Was she okay with doing anything? Meaning, was there anything consensual happening? And she confirmed it with a yeah. So I was passed out for most of it, but I'd wake up now and then. Also, I was in shock. I got most of the information from you. Before then, I had never met the other guy. So he just took the opportunity, I guess, she says. And then he's saying, that's why I don't judge you. We're just trying to make sure that you made the right decision. That you were okay with doing what you was doing. So, sounds like to me she didn't realize how drunk she actually got here. So, once again, we don't have to read into more dialogue of things. We clearly get an understanding of what happened here. Now, this last one I want to play here, of course, with that explaining the actual text messages. Because this is a very important part here. He's going to actually explain the screen. Watch this here. So while everybody has been, saying that he wasn't up, or also, matter of fact, let's just play it real quick. Let him tell you.
Okay, so that came from that. Again, somebody who's drunk. But this clip is going viral. Okay. By the way, if everybody know, I clearly said yesterday I've been wearing the same shirt for 3 days, the Keep It a Bean shirt. I've been wearing it for 3 days. This was last night.
Oh, that's the thing. I know, Jay. I'm showing this because there's people like, Tisa Tells that thinks that this is the same night.
I come back from my studio. I done told my story. I come back from my studio to my house. There's cameras ripped out of my outside of the inside of my house. There's mad monitors broken. There's mad shit broken. I'm even talking to this individual like, yo, damn, why'd you do all this shit? She gets her phone and she sees the blogs already started posting it, and they're posting the clip where it says Axe girlfriend stole $500K from him. So she's not a public figure, so she's like, oh my god, you ruined my whole like I'm done now. Like nobody will ever. That's all people are gonna know from me. So she's drunk, by the way. This is a drunk woman. She's screaming, oh my god, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? By the way, at that time, somebody hits me and said, yo, your stream accidentally started. Like it just started because the internet was out before. I come down, I cut the stream off. That's it. Like there's random bums on here talking about I caught my girlfriend smashing my friends in my house. You could probably even hear her like what words she's saying. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So that came from that. Again, somebody who's drunk don't know what's going on, or actually she do know what's going on. But for her opinion on this whole thing is, yeah, I sent a picture of you to a nigga, but I didn't post it on some public shit. Why did you have to go on your Twitch and talk about everything with me to the world? Like I look crazy now. You feel me? So whatever. So that's that. I also really want to get to, I'm not gonna, because this not gonna really be no back and forth between me and nobody type shit. You feel me? This ain't gonna be no real back and forth with me and anybody in particular. But I also do want for the people who rock with me and who's gonna understand what the fuck I've been saying and realize I'm not coming on here like, nigga, I would have never said none of that shit if I came on here to lie. What I'll say is,
So once again, understand, and of course, thank you, Jay, for also saying that in the chat. This wasn't even the same exact event. So there's been narratives being thrown around that this was the same night or the same girl that was quote unquote being raped, when it wasn't even the same exact incident or correlated to it. So let's also clear up the text messages and let him explain those as well. The ones that were in the court documents, because they didn't put all of them in there.
I suppose the reason why I said that is because when she was in my kitchen and I was telling her like, yo, I think you fuck my nigga, she was like, yo, don't you like girls that be fucking mad niggas? And I'm like, bruh, like I looked at you. And if she remembers this, I'm not capping. I say, men look at girls two different ways. We have girls that we could possibly wife up. They're good girls and whores. Like, why y'all always think that a nigga want a chick who fucking everybody? So that's why I was like, yo, I don't know what you want me to say, LOL. Because I think when she says I'm sorry, she's finally accepting it that she did have sex with the two dudes. I said, I don't know what you want me to say. I said, I guess you won, I suppose. Whatever. She says, I never meant for all that to happen. Listen, does this sound like she's saying I did nothing wrong? I know you can never look at me the same. This is what you're saying to me. By the way, this is not Cheyenne. This is not Cheyenne. For everybody, this is not Cheyenne. This is some other shit. She says, look, I know you can't look at me the same. Okay. She says, I think I should talk to someone about this. I say, what you mean? She says, I feel really sad, and I think I should talk to someone about it, like a therapist or something. Okay. Let me see. Let me see what's the next message. Give me a second. A therapist or something. Hold on. Therapist or something. Okay, cool. All right. Now this is another message. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And then this is so I told her, I said, yo, you should get tested. because we're talking into like in between all this and like on the phone and shit too. I tell her, yo, you should go get tested, like, cause like, okay, granted, you didn't mean to whatever, but you had sex with 2 dudes unprotected. You should probably go get tested, bro. If I did some weird shit, nigga, I'm not telling no girl to go get. Come on, dog. Like, come on, let's do the math. All right. Anyway, let me see. Oh shit. Well, yeah. All right, let me just download it again, and then go like this, and right here. There we go. Okay. So y'all read this message, right? Okay. Then it happens and it says, okay. She says, I'm hurt really bad. It's unlike me to do this. This is what she's saying. It's unlike me to do this, and I don't even know the other guy's name. I was just laying there. Anyway, like at this point, I ain't gonna lie, and this is where I say I feel certain type of wrong for like, cause I'm mad at her. I'm mad at her like, yo, you know me for like 2 years and you like, yo, I'm mad at her. Like, I'm not really looking at it like, oh, maybe I'm thinking she's also playing games. I'm like, what you mean you don't remember doing it? Like, nigga, it's on camera. What you mean you don't remember? Anyway, so I say, you call. I guess she called. She says, I'm considering going in for a rape testing kit for us to figure this out. Cause it's bits and pieces I remember and I'm still not okay. Right? This is what I say to her. This is what I literally say. I said, this is what I say to her. I mean, not sure what you want me to say. That's why I asked you while you were here if everything you did while I was sleeping, you were okay with doing. Remember I told you, I said, before I got to confront her, I said, yo, everything you did last night, you were cool with doing, right? And she was like, yeah, I had fun. And then when I said, yo, you know you fucked my 2 niggas, she was like, what? No, I didn't. Anyway, she said, while I was sleeping, you were okay with doing it. You said, yeah. So I don't know. Remember, I'm telling her, that's why I asked you when you were here, if everything you did while I was sleeping, you were okay with, and you said, yeah. So I don't know. Then here's what she says. I was passed out for most of it, but I'd wake up now and, okay, let me find the rest of that. Let me see. Where the fuck is it? Hold on. Let's see. Where the fuck is it? Hold on. I'm gonna have to screenshot that part again. My bad, Chad. Okay, I'm screenshotting again. I'm gonna crop the name. Okay, I'm gonna crop the name. Let me. I'm gonna airdrop it to this shit. Man, trust me, if there was any even hint of me doing some weird shit, nigga, this shit would have been clipped, nigga. Nigga, I would have been paying people off, all type of shit, nigga. Like, the fuck? Let me see. Let me go to my email. Got it.
For those of you just tuning in, he's displaying the text messages from the court documents, but he's displaying them in full because they weren't shown in full. They only showed certain bits and pieces of it, which even the ones that we just read didn't necessarily look good for her.
So I just sent myself the new screenshot that got the rest of this message clipped off. Here we go. Bingo. Download here. Let me put it over here. All right, cool. Here we go. I was passed out for most of it, but I'd wake up now and then. Also, I was in shock. I got most of the information from you. Remember, I'm watching this shit like, yo, bro, you know what's like, I'm watching on the camera. From you. Before then, I never met the other guy. So he just took the opportunity, I guess. All right. I said, that's why I told you I don't judge. So when I was telling her, like, yo, you know you did this, I said, bro, it's all good, bro. I don't judge, bro. It's all good. Like, I'm used to girls and, like, you know, this, like, whatever, like, these chicks, whatever. It's fine. Like, I'm not mad at you, no type of shit. I said, that's why I told you I don't judge. Trying to make sure you made the choice to do whatever you wanted to do, right? This is what she says. She says, always with you, but not this time around. I guess she's like, I guess she's saying, I'm always with you, like I'm making a choice, like with you. So literally, she's even saying, act with you. Anytime I'm with you, I'm making a choice. Always with you, always I'm making a choice with you. Remember, this is a girl I've dealt with for 2 years on and off type shit. I'm making a choice with you, always. Yes, good, you, yes. But she said, I blacked out, right? Remember I told you, I'm sleeping. I get woken up because my homies is leaving. I go to the guest room. I wake her up, right? That's when I wake her up during the night. So I hit my homies on the side. Now, I'm going to be honest. I hit my homies. I said, bro, you know, she's like, I said, what happened last night? By the way, they ain't never tell me they had sex with her. So now I'm the one who got to kick it off by putting them in a group text. Yo, what happened last night? Because Shorty's acting like she wasn't with y'all doing whatever. They tell me, bro, how is she saying that? She even convinced us to give her phone back. This is what my homie said on a different text. She convinced us to give her phone back, that she could call her friend, that her friend could come over too, another girl. So that's why I'm telling her. I'm telling her what my homie said. They says you were trying to call and bring your friend to join it. By the way, keep in mind, if I'm not sleeping, why am I keep reiterating what another nigga is saying? I'm like a middleman, right? Look, then she says, no call was made. I assumed they'd leave at some point. It was mad awkward, and I mentioned I wanted to come with my friend to meet you, not to, and I guess it says have sex with your friends. Hold on. Let me get that text message. Not to, here we go. Okay, okay, have sex with your friends. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. Then here's the rest of that message, right? Cool. Look. She says not okay. She said not to have sex with your friends. He got mad. He got mad at me saying everything with A.c got to go through me first and a whole bunch of creepy stuff. Nigga, I'm sleeping, my nigga. Like, I get that somebody else, but I'm just talking about me, though. I'm talking about me right now, though. She's saying one of my peoples is saying that to her. I said, I don't know. This is what I'm texting her. I don't know. I'm getting two different stories. Bro, if I'm there, if I'm like present, if I'm kicking it, what y'all doing, I would be awesome two different stories. I'd be like, no, that's what happened. I'm getting two different stories, LO.
And there is where we have the sexual assault and rape case happening. Because if there is multiple people saying different things on what happened that evening, you're asleep, it's your house. Apparently, a girl basically got into a DP situation where she doesn't know if she was too drunk and too intoxicated or she was drugged. So when you have multiple stories of what happened, and now a rape kit is administered, yeah, now you have a case on your hands, Zach. So if you're thinking that you don't have a case because you've covered your ass, of course, you are heavily wrong.
Well, I said I didn't ask them about anything about that night until today. After you text me, I literally tell her, I didn't ask my homies nothing about that night until right now when you text me, right? Then she says, I wish I could see the entire video, how I got upstairs after the pool, and when the other guy got naked on top of me. Everyone was gone when I got up. Okay. Then I think the last one is the last message. Okay. Here's the last message, I believe. Okay. Wait, is this the same one as that? Oh, okay. So I gotta put 60. Okay, give me 1 second, John. Okay. All right. So the next message that follows that is this, right? She says, okay. Nah, everyone was going when I got up. That's the last thing she said. And then what happens after that is everyone's going, I got up. Sorry, chat. Like I'd screenshot these and sent it to myself. Oh, yeah. Everyone was going when I got up. Okay, so she said, I wish I could see the entire video. So now she's asking, she wants to see the video, right? By the way, this is the video that the police already got. Like the police got this shit in 4K. Like this is if everything we're talking, like it's in 4K, my nigga. Oh, why am I downloading the wrong part then? I'm having computer problems though. Here. Okay. All right. So cool. She says, I wish I could see the entire video. Oh, I didn't have the right thing on. My bad. I'm stupid as fuck. Oh, I said, I have no idea. I haven't watched any of it. So I'm telling her, like, bro, I haven't watched the full video of y'all doing everything, bro. It's like, I don't know how long they were going for, bro. Like, I just wasn't going to be there. Hey, let me just eat my popcorn and watch my friends fuck the shit out of this girl that I was talking to. Like, bro, no. So it's like, I have no idea. I haven't watched any of it other than when you were denying it happened. I said, I'd rather not, LOL. I'd rather not watch the video. That's what I'm trying to tell her. Like, I'd rather not watch this type of video. She says, we don't have a choice because they're going to ask me all that and I don't remember that part. That's what she's saying. Then I said, who is they? She says, I just mean the doctors. Then she says, I don't know how this works, if a statement has to be taken or what. I don't want any of this to happen to any other person like that. And this is what I said. I said, I'd rather be kept out of stuff like this. Def don't want to be the middle person because everybody got their sides. I talked to my homies. They said, bro, nigga, she was mad awake. She was making us take shots. Yo, she was lit as fuck. Like, she did blah, blah, blah. That's their story. I talked to her. She's like, oh, I don't remember none of this. And I'm like, okay, I'm like in a weird position. Then she says the last thing that got my fucking house raided. That's what I keep telling you. Don't invite nobody to your crib. This is why my house got raided. That's true, but it happened. See? So she's admitted it. I'm the middle person. Then she says, it's true, but it happened at your house. I don't have to lie about anything or make up story. Happened at your house. I think is that the last one? Oh, yeah, well, this part really here. But yeah, so if that wasn't the one that got my shit rated, it was definitely this part right here. Look at me. So I said, oh, she says, that's true, but it happened at your house. I don't have to lie about anything or make up stories. I said, yeah, but I got no parts. This is what I'm saying. I got no parts to do with what you guys did. I got no parts to do it. Then she says to me, I guess you won't be helping me figure this out. Then she says, that's okay. I know I'll need help because this is too much for just me. I said, of course if I can help, I will. But I was sleeping for the whole thing, LOL. I don't know what y'all interactions were. And she says, let's see what they advise. This is, bro, this is the last conversation I have with her then until she calls asking for the number of one of the other guys. And then 2 hours later, the police is trying to get the DVR. I guess she went to the cops. It's fine. But my nigga, like this, if you read the messages and you're like, yo, oh no, she's basically saying you did some shit to her. Nigga, and where did she say I did some shit to her? Nigga, to keep it real, and this is why I'm so upset. Like not at her, I'm just upset about the situation. Because if I had saw her on video doing whatever and I never mentioned it, this would never be a thing. That was me. And I guess I got a big mouth, but I really just thought I'm being a good host. Hey, everything was cool last night. Everything y'all did, y'all was cool, right? You was straight? Yeah, everything was straight. All right. So, you know y'all like make like a a whole fucking fuck tape on my shit. Like, y'all, everything's what? Anyway, bruh, come on, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's right here, nigga. It's right here. Like, there's many opportunities. Nigga, you don't even start a conversation by saying, I'm sorry. Terribly. Bro, you know why she's apologizing to me? Bro, I start clamming up. Pause. Like, remember she wasn't even a hug? Like, nigga, I'm giving her one of these. Like, bro, like, I'm not about to, like, hug. Because this is a girl, like, you know them chicks who, like, you really locked in with. Like, I would kiss her from time to time. I ain't gonna lie. All right, now I'm kind of distant. All right, gang. All right, let's see what's up. So when she's leaving, she could tell there's an energy switch with me. I remember, like, yo, she even told me, she's like, damn, you don't even hug me the same. Like, oh, damn, you usually get me breakfast. I'm like, no, my mom's coming. Like, it's all good. That's why she's hit me with a tone. I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. I said, I don't know what you want me to say. I ain't mean for all that to happen. I know you can never look at me the same. Bro, if this was, oh, nigga, you did something. You know what that text would have been? Nigga, you did this to me, nigga. You feel me? Anyway, I'ma just I just wanted to arm anybody who wants to seek knowledge and who wants to seek some information or factual basis about this situation. Yeah, there you go. You feel me? There you go.
In a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. So, and thank you guys also that were paying attention. Yes, that screaming video was never even from the same exact night. So, I wanted to, of course, break down the actual court case, as well as I wanted to show these clips in a certain series of events to show you guys, hey, this is just one of those things where, again, a good judgment of character wouldn't hurt you, Ak. A good judgment of character would not hurt you. This entire video was pretty much to display the fact that you have to start using your power and money around you to make much smarter decisions so that these type of things do not happen. Now, granted, fortunately for you, you had covered your ass ahead of time by even posting these videos. So hopefully that law enforcement does remind themselves and say, hey, he did make these videos saying that such and such happened and that, it wasn't a rape, it was more consensual than anything. Because from what it sounds like to me, Shorty just got too, we'll keep it light, Shorty just got too drunk and then such and such happened. But, who knows? Because allegedly, there is a sexual assault here. But that's why I said, if you were being a little bit more careful and not so drunk, inviting another woman over to your house while you still have Che coming to your house at that, on top of that woman being there, think about that. You forgot that you had Zia coming to the house. And you already had Che coming to the house as well? You're slipping. You're slipping, sir. This is why I said this is one of those times where you have to slow down. You have to take this as a hard lesson because this actually got public. This wasn't something where it was like the egg on your face and it got quiet for you. This wasn't something like you embarrassing Angelica and it got quiet for you. This isn't Selena Powell crying on her IG live over you and it gets quiet for you. This is a oh shit, as your boy Drake would say. This is a oh shit, I gotta chill. Very much so. Because even your girlfriend, or should I say your ex, has the same
damn
sentiments.
near, like, the door almost hit me in my face. I run into the bathroom that's right next to the bedroom.
She was explaining what had happened when she got there that evening. But listen to what she says in regards to the rape case.
I'm gonna let y'all know now. I'm done with AK for good. So it's like, if y'all want to know about the rape case, I'll really tell y'all, because AK didn't tell the real story. I promise AK did not tell the real story about that shit. And I hate that he even tried to, like, do that to that girl. But it's like, we could really get to it.
This is Che, the last ex-girlfriend, which is by far the most savage of them all, if you ask me.
Fuck it. I'll tell his story now. The whole thing with the rape case is that AK is saying that he's clear, he's saved, because he was never in the pool fucking the girl. Cool. That's true. That's very true. He was never in the pool fucking the girl. But what I will say, there's no cameras upstairs. And it's a reason why his DNA was in the rape kit. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying no more. Like, I done been with him and his lawyers and all that shit. Like, I know the real story to all that shit. Like, it's cool. It is what it is. Like, the fact that he feels like he can put all my information on the internet, cool. But, like, my nigga, you know the real. I'm not blackmailing nobody. Like, I mean, all I ask AK to do is to tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Like, your fans will not look at you no different. They will never look at you no different. Just tell the truth. He keep kicking, oh, I was never in the pool. I never fucked her. Cap. Like, cool, you weren't in the pool, but come on now. Like, you know it's a reason why your DNA was on that rape kit. Like, and it's like, y'all gonna see later on when the girl come out with her own story. Like, y'all gonna, if y'all ask AK if he ever fucked the girl, he cannot say no. If he never, that night is what I'm saying. If you ask AK if he never fucked that girl that night, he will not be able to say no. But was he in that pool video? No, he was not in that pool video. But what I will say, there's no cameras upstairs. Of course you wouldn't be on video.
Interesting. So as you heard from Che, apparently if he was to take a lie detector test about that same night and was asked, well, did you have any intercourse with her that evening? He would not be able to say no. So like I said, this is once again one of those things where you must be careful, academics. Yes, you have the text messages of what happened that evening in regards to the pool and what happened at the hot tub and you being asleep afterwards. But what it sounds like now is that girl was there for you while you were still, I guess, somewhat coherent. You did smash, then proceeded to go to bed. She stays, ends up smashing both the homies. But of course, it's gotten too lit at that point to even remember that she smashed the homies. Once again, Ak, this is one of those things, and shout out to 68 people that are in here. I love all you guys. Thank you. Shout out to Natasha Hammond for the super chat as well. I greatly appreciate that and love you for that. Everybody that joined here this evening. I hope there's enough people in here that are all academic fans that they'll just, slide this into his comments and chat and say, hey, there's a brother out there trying to say, yo, you need to slow down a little bit. Just slow down just a little bit. Like I said, speaking from personal experience, they say it ain't tricking if you got it. But as you always have said, being hard on thoughts, that wasn't hard on thoughts, number one. Number two, You were way smarter than this, as you have displayed by even showing that you would have these text messages on your live like this prior to the case happening. Because let's get an understanding of this. Notice how even with you having all of this and also going on your live saying that the police have understood what's going on, they've been there about 40 or 50 different times for the same uh, type of situation or even the same type of girl. That's another thing. Why does the police have to come to your house 40 and 50 fucking times? For anything for that matter. If I got that type of money, I don't want the police coming to my house one time. Get it? I don't need them coming there at all. That is my point of this whole video. We don't need police coming to your house and knowing you random, or should I say knowing you casually at all. You need to slow the fuck down. Best way to slow down? How about you get you a 28-year-old? Angelica's 28 right now. Look at how mature Selena is right now. She's 28. Even though she's been through the ringer, so to speak. Why don't you find you someone that's 28 and a little bit up? 24 ain't gonna do it, because then 24 gets you shit like this, where the 24-year-old is exposing you, saying it's cap that you can't be monitored in the bedroom because there ain't no cameras there. It's only cameras downstairs and throughout the rest of the house. That 24-year-old that put you on blast about the tranny. Well, not about the tranny, but at least gave you some, clarity about the tranny. But it's the same one that also threw you a little bit under the bus while she was with Tony the Closer. And amongst other things. Same one that videotaped you. 24 years old, brother. Someone that's, if you are 32, 8 years your senior. But if you're 34, going on 35, it's 11 years your senior. Chill out with the young ones, man. Get some about 20, 28 and 30 years old right now. If you want it younger than you. It just ain't worth it at the end of the day. Because even though, like I said, you covered yourself in a sense with the you covered yourself with the videos of the text messages in a sense, but not necessarily enough if you had actual intercourse with the woman that night. That's the worst part about this, is the fact that it's gonna now go to trial and go to court for real, and you actually did have sex with that girl that night. You're making it seem like, and lying and saying that you just, came home after the party and just went to sleep and forgot she was coming over in the first place. So, with that being said, y'all, I think we've had enough intervention for the homie today. And we will see what the rest of the coming weeks, because I haven't seen Ack on live past couple. Matter of fact, let me just check real quick, because I don't think he went live today at all. Especially with everything going on. I do recall there being, his live last night having Aiden Ross on it. Yeah, him having the live with Aiden Ross, of course, and Aiden Ross had said, if this is your last stream, I understand right now. That's the thing. Hope it's not his last stream, but if it is his last stream, it's very understandable, because like I said, YouTube is definitely not gonna want to, Spotify or the other corporations, if any of this is true, you about to get R. Kelly, my brother. Unfortunately, that that channel's gonna be demonetized as well as it's gonna be blacklisted. If any of that sexual assault or rape is gonna be if you guilty of any of that. You also got the warning with your boy Little Boom. Remember Lil Boom got caught in Walmart? We talked about that in the pod. When Lil Boom got caught looking at little girls and shit. And I said, this the type of shit you got going on in your camp? And you ain't paying attention to it? Like I said, man, you got too much damn money to not be this aware.